Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Make Way for McCloskey. Fantastic to see so many people here from around the city. We really appreciate the support for what is our second Streetspark mural to be dedicated here in Hamilton this summer. We're absolutely excited. Thank you. My name is Ian Mackenzie Thurley. I'm the Executive Director of the Fitton Center for Creative Arts, and we manage and curate the Streetspark program. Our head of the program is Jen Akers-Smith, who's here with us today. I would like to thank the Ohio Arts Council, ArtsWave, and of course the Hamilton Community Foundation for their ongoing support of the Fitton Center and the arts here in Hamilton and throughout Ohio. My first big thank you for the day is to the City of Hamilton. The Streetspark program really is a true and genuine partnership with the city, and we really have appreciated their support through the planning and the funding and the programming process. Big shout outs to the ADRB and the BZA for their patience and guidance, to Bud Schaaf and the community development team. They do really a magnificent job in support of the arts here in Hamilton, and we really appreciate all the work they do. To Sherwin Williams, particularly here in Hamilton, not only for their guidance, but they've been out priming, like physically. They've had management days where they've been priming the Streetspark program murals, and we've really appreciated that. And to American Scaffolding for their kind generosity, both in kind and financial assistance. To Mike Dingledine and the Core Fund for their support through this. And also to Triangle Sign. We have a mock-up of the mural dedication that will go up on the wall in the next few weeks. I would like now to hand over to Jen Akers-Smith, who's the program manager, and she's going to introduce you to this team of fantastic artists. But I couldn't go without thanking the McCloskey family. To the daughters, Sally and Jane, Robert's daughters, and Eric Ryman, their attorney. They have been fantastic. We didn't plan to do a McCloskey mural. As you probably all aware, this was a blind selection from the committee. They found this to be the most interesting, the most exciting, and the most relevant piece for this particular place. And of course, on the side of Heritage Hall with Lentil Park just there, I think you can all agree that was an excellent decision by the Artist Selection Committee, and we thank them for that. And I thank the McCloskey family for their continued support to make this happen. Thank you very much. So with that, I'd like to introduce the head of Streetspark, Jen Akers-Smith, who's going to introduce you to the team, and a few words from our city manager, Joshua Smith.
Hello, everyone. Let me move this one down. I think I'm supposed to use this one. Hi, everybody. I'm Jen Akers-Smith. I am the Streetspark program manager, and I'm just so happy to be here celebrating with all of you this huge piece of art. It's a stunning piece, and we're going to meet the artist shortly, but I have a few people to thank that were really instrumental in helping this mural to happen behind the scenes. The first is the Design Selection Committee, and that was made up of 12 arts professionals, and they had the task of scoring the designs and ultimately selecting the designs that would go on the wall. They looked at 54 designs by 29 different artists. And so it was not an easy task at all, but we think they did a great job. So if there are any selection committee members out there, please raise your hands. Yeah, I see some. Thank you very much. And as you know, this program is a collaboration between the Fitton Center for Creative Arts and the City of Hamilton. And we worked with a lot of different departments in the city. They were all wonderful. There's one individual I want to recognize that really was a wonderful connector for everybody. Is Liz Hayden here? Liz? Maybe she's not here. She was absolutely wonderful. She gave so much support and just had a solution for everything in this first year where we were really learning a lot. So thank you, Liz. I'd also like to thank the Hamilton Mill. They provided a studio space for our artists to work in, kind of a home base as they were here for their 3 weeks. Also, there was a lot of wall preparation that needs to happen to really make a mural successful. And so with that said, I want to thank Adam Helms and his city strike team. There was some ivy that was growing on the side of the wall, and they helped us to remove that, as well as Sherwin Williams, who, as Ian said, primed the wall. American Scaffolding provided our scaffolding, and it's really important to us that the artists are really safe on the wall, so they've been very supportive. And then finally, I just want to thank the Hamilton community. Thank you for all of your support and your encouraging words. We really appreciate that you're willing to spread the word about the public art that's happening in Hamilton. It's been really fantastic. So thank you to the community. Appreciate it. Then I would also like to go ahead and introduce our lead artist and designer of this mural. I'm obviously a huge fan of this really creative and hardworking artist. And it's just so proud of the work that he and his team have done. So Stephen Smith, could you come up and say a few words?
Hi everybody, I'm Stephen Smith. I was the lead artist plus the designer for Make Way for Ducklings. And thank you, Jen. She was an awesome administrator for the program. Obviously, I'm a huge fan as well. But in all honesty, she gives the best critiques, and she pushes me to be my best, whether it's making a mural or making canvases at home. So thank you. And obviously, I could not paint this wall by myself. I did have 3 other artists helping me, and they were awesome, very talented, very detail-oriented. Obviously, you can see that they did a great job as well. So I'm going to bring them up. First, Hannah Moore, if you could come. So Hannah is a recent graduate from Eastern Kentucky University, and she had a 2-hour commute every day for 3 weeks to join us here on the mural, and it was definitely worth it. There you go. You got your miles in. She's a very talented artist, and I think the aesthetic of this design fits the aesthetic of her artwork. She does very bold, colorful artwork. So if you have time, check that out. That's Hannah Moore. Also, we're going to bring up Brian Infeld. Brian is a former Hamiltonian, a Hamiltonian at heart, still probably. He graduated from Baden High School, and he was one of my best friends attending Miami University when we were in art school. And he is currently an artist in Raleigh, North Carolina, and spent 3 weeks with us over the summer helping us create this. I just want to give you a little bit of the background. I think obviously most of you are familiar with Robert McCloskey, but this is based upon 3 of his children's books that were very popular. On the right, you have elements of Blueberries for Sal. On your left, my right. Behind me, we have Make Way for Ducklings. And on your right, my left, we have Homer Price and the infamous Donut Machine. This was kind of a mashup of those 3, and I also want to put in my own twist there. I have very whimsical, colorful artwork, so it was very much a mashup between his illustrations and my style. And I also want to thank the McCloskey family. I got to talk to the daughters of Robert McCloskey, including Sally, who was Sal from Blueberries for Sal, and very gracious that they gave us permission to put this mural up here. Just to tell you about the process, first of all, it was a large wall. The first day, I kept staring at it. This is huge. How are we going to get this done in 3 weeks? And we did it little by little. The process was putting a chalk grid up, which was 3 by 3 foot squares, and we drew it in section by section, which took a number of days, and then just started putting in the flat areas of paint. So little by little, it started to take shape, and then I know most of you couldn't see it because there was quite a large scaffolding and also plywood blocking it, so you probably only saw about a third of it during the process. But we did it in 3 weeks. I'm very proud of the team, and awesome to have you guys here, and I hope you enjoyed as well. There was one artist I forgot to mention, shame on me. John McCoy could not be here tonight. He is another artist out of Northern Kentucky, and he is currently up in Michigan working on a 3-month mural project there. So kudos to him for pursuing his art, and also thank you for helping me with this. In closing, I'd like to thank the city's art strategy team and also the Fitton Center for the Creative Arts, which made this all possible. This is a testament to what happens when you allow artists, leaders, city officials to get together and collaborate and come up with a strategy to help brand this as a city of the arts and make it stronger. Thank you. I'm confident that based on the support the community gave us, that we need more public art. And so many people stop by to show appreciation and cheer us on. This is the closest thing that visual artists get to public performance, so it's kind of like our version of being rock stars for 3 weeks. But I definitely say that we need more art on more walls in this city and keep this going. Thank you very much. Yep, okay. Ian's taking over.
Thank you, Stephen. Stephen talked a little about what is going on in this city. We have incredible talent. The music you heard as you came in today was composed by Paul Stanbury, over here in the black hat. And that came as a collaboration with Sam Ashworth, the film creator, based on the works of Robert McCloskey, and that's available for download on Amazon. But that was composed by Paul, but recorded by the Hamilton Fairfield Symphony Orchestra. Again, just testament for the things that are going on in this city. We had artists come from here in Robert McCloskey. We have great artists living here in Stephen Smith. And this is a place where we can create and show and perform and display art. And that's a very important thing to a cultural life of a city. And we're very thankful to that. And it is my pleasure now to hand over to another Smith. There seems to be a few today. We are very fortunate here that the arts are taken seriously, that is seen to be a part of what makes a city strong. We have to have roadways, and we have to have infrastructure, and we have to have business. These are important things. We live in a city, we work in a city, but we also have to have things to do on a weekend. We have beautiful parks and cycleways. But the city takes their arts very seriously, not only with their generosity in terms of funding, but in the support within the community. And we really appreciate that. So I'd like a big thank you to the city, to our partners in the city of Hamilton, and with that to introduce our city manager, Joshua Smith.
All right, I do believe that we need to start with a big round of applause for this beautiful artwork and to these three artists standing right here. And before I launch into some comments, I've heard a rumor that there is a microbrewery next door. I know it's hot out here, but I will be brief, and we can make a beeline for about 300 feet that way, and it'll be a lot better. You'll all be better off. But yes, I agree. Thank you. But what can you even say about these two pieces of public art that have been unveiled in the last 6 weeks within our community? They are absolutely tremendous. I'm a huge McCloskey fan, and talking to Stephen Smith early on in this process, and knowing him as well as I know him. And by the way, for those of you that may only know him as an artist, my wife and I have 5 original pieces in our house from Stephen Smith. He is also a killer pizza maker, and he's one hell of a tennis player. This man is talented. There is no doubt about that. He is talented. But even before this started, even before I saw the initial sketch for this, I knew it was going to be magnificent because he is so talented, and obviously McCloskey's breadth of his art and his children's books was so great. This is just beyond my wildest imagination. And seeing what he had proposed early on before it actually made its way from the original drawing to the wall, you just knew it was going to be tremendous. The Alexander Hamilton across the river, right behind the Main Street True West, again, is absolutely, I think, a tremendous piece of art. It has, in my mind, that very Andy Warhol type of effect. But I'm excited knowing this is just the beginning of the public art that we're going to be seeing in this community. And that, to me, is exciting because this community, in the 6 years that I have been here, and it will be 6 years next month, has really taken a leap forward. And Mayor Moeller's here tonight, Vice Mayor Carla Fear's here tonight. I saw Councilman Brown here tonight. Do we have any other council members here? Can you just raise your hand? I see Councilman Kathy Klink right there. Who else do we have? Anyone else here? They deserve a round of applause because they have a vision unlike any other vision I've ever seen before. They are tremendous. They do not accept excuses. They want results. And to their credit, they have pushed very hard across the entire community. And the best thing is, the community has responded. It is not City Hall. It is not just the fitness center. It is the YMCA. It is everyone. And it's amazing to see the growth in Hamilton just in my short time here, but knowing that in the next, hopefully, few months, we're probably going to see a sign in that empty field right there saying coming soon. There's rumor of a sports complex right across the river. And as I was telling some staff today in a staff meeting, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. We have so much coming in the next couple years. You better buckle those seatbelts because it's going to be a ride. It's going to be a fun ride, and I'm excited as hell. Can I say that on TV Hamilton? I just did. But again, thank you. Thank you to everyone that was involved in this. It is absolutely tremendous. Please drink a beer next door. And I'm hearing there's a kickball game tonight at 7 o'clock over at the empty field across from Markham Park. Check that out. But awesome things are happening here. And thanks to everyone being here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. If there are any partners here, any selection committee members and artists, if you guys could come on up, we'd like to take some photos with you. And then please help yourself to water and donuts or head on over to the brewery and we'll see you over there. Thanks for coming, everybody.